Everybody needs to be aware of the AI-driven bank scams that are happening right now. Deutsche Bank say it's the biggest threat to people's financial future. Other banks are investing huge amounts of money, which could potentially mean higher charges, just simply and solely because of deep fake scams. Let's give you the detail, let's explain to you what you can do about it and give you some solutions. First of all, what we're seeing is a 44% increase in scams and frauds to banks in America alone. That's 8.8 billion that's been stolen in just the last 12 months. But what's more alarming is the rate of increase is going up at an exponential rate. Why? Well, we live in a world where parents can receive a call from a mimic voice of a child, their child, and they can't even recognize the difference between it being their child and being the AI voice. That's super scary, and we can laugh at some of the scams and some of the things that have happened, but actually it's super serious because it could affect you. In fact, in Australia, one of the largest banks say that they're monitoring 85 million activities every day. Okay, that's in a country where the population is slightly less than that. Imagine the surveillance that's needed to protect people. We're living in a world where a mask can actually now, not in the future, but now, fake your ID on your telephone. Okay, so what can you do about it? What are the solutions? Well, if we know that voices can be mimicked, we know that a face ID can be mimicked just because AI is so effective, then we have to realize that we have to bank and we have to invest with people that we can trust. We also have to expect that there's going to be more checks. For me, I'm an impatient person. I don't know about you, but I hate it when there's so many checks, but they're actually going to become even more necessary in today's world. You shouldn't bank, you shouldn't invest with somebody unless you have some sort of relationship and expect some sort of check-in involved. In fact, I'm going to say to you, if they don't check, you shouldn't actually be using that bank or investing. Who's responsible? If your money disappears, are the bank going to blame you, or are they going to take responsibility? It's a massive issue. Banks, of course, are trying their best to put in extra security. That means them investing in AI. It means that banks are struggling to cope with what's happening in the world, and it's growing at an incredible rate. Right now, what can you do? Well, first of all, you can make sure that you keep your ID safe. That's basic. It's been the case for years and years and years. However, many people will answer an email wrongly. Check. Just go on to the sender. Is it really the person that said it? And then just make sure you keep your phone and other things super safe. Don't be posting in Instagram and on TikTok and giving locations away, giving too much personal detail. The more you give away, the more you expose yourself, then guess what? The more opportunity there is for the scammers to take advantage of you. Okay, right now, it's important to make sure that you protect yourself, you protect your locations, and you make sure that you bank and you invest with somebody trustworthy. Is it the biggest threat to your financial future? It's certainly a threat, and it's something that all of us need to be aware of. And we live in a world where, as I've said, it's increasing at an incredible rate. Don't take it for granted. Don't think you're okay. You might think you've got a small amount of money, but if you've got a small amount of money, losing it all is painful. And of course, if you've got a larger amount of money, again, don't forget, you're likely to be targeted. The more flash you are, the more exposed you are, the more likely somebody is going to be going for you. Right now, we live in a world where everyone's online, including the criminals. Make sure you protect yourself. Give me a follow. I'll give you other ideas on how you can do it. But right now, most important thing of it all is keep your identity safe. Check, double check, and expect your bank or the people you invest with to check and double check. It's a crazy old world, but nevertheless, it's important we take advantage of technology, but we also realize that there is, of course, things that can be done to make people actually vulnerable just because of today's world. Crazy world. I'll keep you up to date. Give me a follow. I'll give you ideas on what you can do to invest, but also to keep yourself secure.